In Colorado, fast-living, hard-riding biker Kenny Davis is king of the road. He runs his own bike shop and really loves his hog.
She never talks back to you. She's always there for you. A little bit of TLC. She can do so much for you. You know, she doesn't do everything a woman can do for you, but you know what? Sometimes it comes close.
The other love of Kenny's life is Sandy, who he hooked up with just a year ago.
I don't know, there's just something about Kenny, his smile, his attitude, sense of humor, those blue eyes of his. It's just very attractive to me.
They share a home with Kenny's kids, Caitlin and Samantha, and Sandy's daughter, Kara. But this new family is a divided household.
Kara and I have had some conflict over the issue of Sandy and I coming together. Kara's got that look of, you know, hold on, you know, I run this household, and this is me and Mom, not you.
To me, I don't consider it a family because he doesn't try to act like a father figure in any way. He doesn't want to act like a father figure, so. Sandy does tend to look after Kara. My dad looks after me and my sister.
But the family is united in their love of TV.
On an average day, I probably watch 5 or 6 hours of TV.
The family owns 17 motorbikes, 2 cars, 2 four-wheelers, 4 trucks, and a sailboat. They're totally dependent on their motorized battalion.
Motorcycling for me would be a religion. Sometimes the riding comes before the house, and I kind of get in trouble for it.
And because of the mess in the yard, Kenny's not popular with his neighbors.
Somebody in my neighborhood here, they seem to think that everything I do needs to be, they need to call code enforcement on.
But Loner Kenny doesn't care for the neighbors anyway.
Bottom line, you know, I'm here to enjoy life. It's too damn short to worry about what other people think of me.
But now, Kenny must abandon all this to swap lives with a man he's never met less than 100 miles away. Zev Paiss is a bongo-playing environmentalist who lives on a housing cooperative called Nomad with his wife, Neshama. He thinks about the long term.
Nomad is an 11-home co-housing neighborhood.
How are you doing?
Good. Going for a ride?
Sure am. Beautiful day for a cruise. Hey, Deb, good morning.
Everybody owns their own home like you would in a condominium or a townhouse. Life here at Nomad is very people-centered and community-centered. We have meals together.
Excuse me, everybody. Let's hear it for the cooks. What a job. Yo!
Thank you. We'll pass around the chore list, and everybody goes through and marks off which ones they would like to do. Some of the chores include recycling, dealing with the compost, mowing the lawn.
The future of the planet is at the forefront of everything Zev and Neshama do. They are against vehicles that pollute the air and cycle whenever possible. Equally important is spiritual well-being.
Well, rituals are an important part, I think, of community life in general. Here, we make a point of marking the seasons, and that's beautiful. We're all connected. So one of my beliefs is to stay in relationship with the earth, with the trees, with the sky. I'm so much of a, earth mother now.
Their daughters, Zipporah and Helona, aren't allowed to watch television and are encouraged to explore their imagination. And the family rarely leaves the commune.
The truth is so much of my needs can be met here that sometimes I find myself not going anywhere for days at a time.
Neshama, formerly a Manhattan PR agent named Kay, likes an orderly home.
When the house is messy, I feel a sense of unease.
And to preserve Neshama's inner peace, she makes Zev, formerly Bill, do the housework.
Shama did ask me to make sure the dishes were done, so if she comes downstairs and doesn't see them done, it makes my afternoon more difficult.
While Zev is working, Neshama takes her daily nap.
Sweetheart, it's after 2.
Here is a
Feather for fun. Have fun.
and a stone for growth.